There is no reason. There is just no reason why a 36-year-old LeBron James, 18th year in the league, should still be doing shit like this. How did he hit that shot? Huh? How did he hit it? People in my chat were saying it was the luckiest shot of all time. You think that was the luckiest shot of all time? That's LeBron James. Nothing he does is luck. Call whatever you want. It was an insane shot. LeBron's got to throw up a crazy three. Oh!
It's good. LeBron James from down. As the shot clock expires.
Oh! No!
A desperation here.
3-point lead. LeBron did not just do that. LeBron James finishes with a triple-double somehow. It was a terrible first half for him. Terrible first half for Anthony Davis. I'm tired of watching this guy. I'm tired of watching this dude fall on the floor every other play. Every time he's on the court, it's like that one Carmelo Anthony video where he's just laying on the ground when he's on the Nuggets and everybody's playing around him and they end up getting an offensive 3 seconds because Carmelo Anthony's just laying in the paint for like 2 whole minutes. That's every time Anthony Davis is on the floor. That guy's on the ground. He loves going to the ground. It's his favorite hobby. Schroeder played terribly in the first half. This should terrify everybody. This should terrify everybody. It just puts some truth to the idea that this Lakers team, they just turn it on whenever they want. They turned it on in the second half. LeBron James played great in the second half. AD came alive in the second half. I still don't think AD had that great of a game. Listen, Lakers fans, you got to stop comparing AD to Dirk. I'm tired of seeing the AD Dirk comparisons. But AD turned it on in the second half when they needed him to, man. There's players, just a bunch of guys on the Lakers turned it on in the second half. Schroeder hit big shots when he needed to. Caruso had his moments. Wes Matthews was hitting big clutch shots down the stretch. Kuzma. I shit on Kuzma more than anybody else, but that dude had an amazing second half. Scoring-wise, I don't think he did all that much, but playmaking, defense, Kuzma just played really well down the stretch. Congratulations, Phoenix Suns. You have your best season in decades, and you get the Lakers in the first round. You poor sons of bitches. For the Warriors, man, this is exactly why I've been saying I don't think this Warriors team can win a 7-game series, because you look at the team. What did they do wrong tonight, really? Curry went off. Some of the others came out and played really, really well. Wiggins had an amazing game, and he played incredible defense, too. Wiggins just was a star tonight. Jordan Poole had some big shots. Juan Toscano-Anderson hit some big shots, and it still wasn't enough. This team is just not good enough right now in its current iteration. Will they be good enough when Klay comes back? Maybe. But just right now, everything has to go right for them to win games against top opponents. I just don't see it happening over the course of a 7-game series. And I don't know. They might fuck around and lose to the Grizzlies. You do got to give a ton of props to Steph, though. This dude is crazy. We seriously, stop everything you're doing and appreciate what we're seeing from Steph Curry this season. Because we might not ever see anything like it again. Every time this dude dribbles the ball, you think something crazy is going to happen. Into the first half, this dude brings it up the court, and you just know. You just know it's going to be some crazy-ass shot, and it was some crazy-ass shot. That's just Steph Curry. That's what he does. The Warriors lose. Their season is still alive, though. They play the Grizzlies on Friday, who took care of business against the Spurs. Listen, I want to give some props to the Spurs, okay? Because when this game started, it looked like it was going to go down the same exact path the Hornets and Pacers game went down last night. It looked like it was going to be a blowout, wire-to-wire, terrible game. I was just looking for a time machine to fast forward to the Lakers game. That's what I thought this game was going to be like. It was like a college basketball game. You know how every single March Madness game you've ever watched, a little ticker comes up in the bottom of the screen and says, this team hasn't scored in the last 6 minutes. That was like the Spurs in the first half. They couldn't hit anything. Nobody was scoring on their team. DeRozan looked terrible. They all looked terrible. But mainly due to their defense, they came back in the second half and made a game of it, but they just couldn't do enough to hold on. Man, that was kind of the issue for them all season long. They just didn't have the offense. They just don't have the shooting. When they dig themselves too deep of a hole, they can't really get out of it. Because offensively, they don't really have the weapons, and especially when DeRozan shot like how he shot tonight. I said it last night with the Hornets. If Cody Zeller's your best player, you're I said it with the Wizards. If Ish Smith's your best player, you are That was the same thing for the Spurs tonight. Jakob Poeltl was their best player. You're not going to win any games when Jakob Poeltl's your best player. That dude is a beast out though, protecting the rim. The Grizzlies kind of like the Warriors in a sense, where it's like over the course of a 7-game series, I don't really see them beating anybody in the West, but in a one-game play-in, I do not want to see them. They got a bunch of dudes on their team who can catch fire. They run. They're very, very quick. Dillon Brooks. Is playoff Dillon Brooks a thing? Dillon Brooks took this game over in the second half of his offense, but the entire game defensively, he was an absolute nightmare. He played amazing defense on DeMar. Big reason why DeMar was as bad as he was tonight. John Morant had some big plays down the stretch. Jonas Valanciunas. This dude is a what? What is he? Top 5 center? Top 10 center at least. This dude, every time I watch this dude, it's 20 points, 20 rebounds, guaranteed. Every single time. I legitimately think they have a good chance to beat the Warriors. They almost did it on Sunday in what was like a de facto playing game. Both teams took that game incredibly seriously. Remember, Dillon Brooks was going off in the fourth quarter. Again, playoff Dillon Brooks might be a real thing before he fouled out. That's going to be a fun game. Of course, we will be streaming it on this channel. Make sure you are subscribed. You do not want to miss it. We are going to stream every single night. Tonight was crazy. Both games were very, very good. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. We'll be back tomorrow night. Pacers, Wizards, Friday night, Grizzlies, Warriors, and then we have the meat and potatoes. First round of the playoffs start. Mavs play on Saturday. Let's go. Let's get it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Goodbye.